backhand,
backhand,
backhanded,
backhanded,
backhander,
backhander,
Investigators estimate that £35 million had been spent on bribes and backhanders.
backhoe,
backhoe,
backing,
backing,
She flew to New York to try to raise some financial backing for the project. Backing singers.
backlash.
backlash,
The 1970s saw the first backlash against the women's movement. The management fear a backlash from fans over the team's poor performances.
Backless,
backless,
backlink,
Backlink.
backlog,
backlog,
A backlog of requests. It's going to take us months to clear the backlog.
back office,
back office,
Back office operations.
backpack,
backpack,
backpacker,
Backpacker.
backpacking,
Backpacking.
backpedal,
backpedal,
They are backpedaling on the commitment to cut taxes.
backrest,
Backrest.
backroom boy,
backroom boy,
backscratching,
backscratching,
backseat,
backseat,
Finally, Bryant decided to take a backseat and let his son run the company.
backside,
backside,
backslapping,
backslapping,
backslash,
backslash,
backslide,
backslide,
backspace,
backspace,
backspin,
backspin,
backstabbing,
backstabbing,
backstage,
backstage,
Intensive backstage negotiations.
backstory,
backstory,
The backstory of why she hates her father is a bit too contrived.
backstreet,
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 A backstreet abortion.
backstroke,
backstroke,
backtalk,
backtalk,
back-to-back,
back-to-back,
They have had 5 back-to-back wins.
backtrack,
backtrack,
The president is backtracking on his promise to increase healthcare spending.
We had to backtrack about a mile.
backup,
backup,
Always have a backup plan. A backup generator.
Make a backup of any work you do on the computer. Army units can only operate if they have sufficient backup.
A backup team.
A backup goalie.
backward,
backward,
She went without a backward glance.
A backward country.
A backward child.
backward looking,
backward looking,
Darwin transformed a backward-looking organization into a respected art school.
backwards,
backwards,
Hannah took a step backward. She pushed me and I fell backwards into the chair. Count backwards from 100.
Your T-shirt is on backwards. The new measures are seen by some as a major step backwards.
Kip stumbled backwards and forwards before falling down. City officials bent over backwards to help downtown businesses.
She practiced her part until she knew it backwards and forwards.
backwards compatible,
Backwards compatible.
backwash,
backwash,
The backwash of the company's failure.
backwater,
backwater,
A rural backwater.
backwoods,
backwoods,
backwoodsman,
backwoodsman,
backyard,
backyard,
The old man grew vegetables in his backyard.
Americans would probably react differently to the war if it was in their own backyard.
A backyard pool.
bacon,
Bacon.
bacon,
bacon,
bacon and eggs,
bacteria,
bacteria,
A bacterial infection.
bacteriology,
bacteriology,
bad,
bad,
I have some bad news for you.
I thought things couldn't possibly get any worse.
The plane was delayed for several hours by bad weather.
It's difficult to break bad habits.
A bad smell.
The failure of the company was due to bad management. Your handwriting is so bad I can hardly read it.
That was the worst movie I've ever seen.
Cutting spending at this time is a bad idea.
Making big changes in your diet all at once is a bad thing to do.
He's a bad man. Keep away from him.
Katie was very bad today.
Bad cat. Get off the table.
He was in a bad accident.
The pain in my side is worse than it was yesterday. It's a bad time to have to borrow money with interest rates so high.
You've come at the worst possible moment. I have a meeting in 5 minutes. Pollution is having a bad effect on fish stocks.
Smoking is bad for your health.
Too much salt can be bad for you.
It is bad for kids to be on their own so much.
Bad fish. This milk has gone bad.
I'm really bad at chess.
They've got to be the worst band on the planet. I haven't been able to do much because of my bad back. We were shocked to hear the little boy using bad language in front of his mother. Jackie said a bad word.
The boss is in a bad mood.
I felt bad about not being able to come last night.
I feel bad for Anne. She studied so hard for that test, and she still didn't pass.
How are you? Oh, not bad.
That's not a bad idea. The exams weren't so bad.
I'm going to be late now. Too bad. You should have gotten up earlier.
It's too bad that you couldn't come to the party last night.
The schools have gone from bad to worse in this area. She was in a bad way after the funeral.
The bar had a bad name and was avoided by all the locals.
These annoying tourists give all Americans a bad name.
Sure enough, Steve turned up like the proverbial bad penny. He was taken bad in the middle of the night.
In order to sue, you have to prove that the company was acting in bad faith.
I'd avoid her if I were you. She's bad news. It's bad form to argue with the umpire.
There's too much bad blood between them. It's bad enough having to bring up 3 kids on your own without having to worry about money as well. You only pay £10 deposit and no interest. That can't be bad, can it?
Now that's a bad car.
Thanks to your mistake, I'm £500 to the bad.
I need that money bad.
Badass.
Badass.
Badass biker gear.
Johnson plays this badass cop named O'Reilly.
Bad bank.
Bad bank.
Bad cholesterol. Bad cholesterol.
Bad debt.
Bad debt.
Baddie.
Baddie.
Bad.
Bad.
Badge.
Badge.
We were each handed a badge with our name on it. He now sees his wartime injuries as a badge of honor.
Steve won a photography badge in the Boy Scouts.
Mayors wear chains around their necks as badges of office.
How do I add a badge to my blog?
Badger. Badger.
She badgered me for weeks until I finally gave in.
My friends keep badgering me to get a cell phone. I had to badger the kids into doing their homework.
Bad guy.
Bad guy.
Bad hair day. Bad hair day.
Badinage.
Badinage.
Badly.
Badly.
The company has been very badly managed.
The novel was translated badly into English.
Badly made furniture.
Rob did very badly in the history exam.
He's been limping badly ever since the skiing accident.
We badly wanted to help, but there was nothing we could do.
He was beaten so badly that his brother didn't recognize him.
The school is badly in need of some new computers.
Things started to go badly wrong for Eric after he lost his job.
I'm sure they won't think badly of you if you tell them you need some help.
Badly off.
Badly off.
The school is rather badly off for equipment.
Badminton.
Badminton.
Badmouth.
Badmouth.
Her former colleagues accused her of bad-mouthing them in public.
Bad-tempered.
Bad-tempered.
Badware.
Badware.
Baffle.
Baffle.
The question baffled me completely.
We were all utterly baffled.
A baffling mystery.
BAFTA.
BAFTA. Her film won 2 BAFTAs. The BAFTA Awards Ceremony.
Bag.
Bag.
A paper bag.
A plastic bag.
A garbage bag.
Don't leave your bag in the car.
Just throw your bags in the back of the car.
A garment bag.
A bag of popcorn. You silly old bag.
She's got bags of money. No need to rush, we've got bags of time. We told her to pack her bags at once.
The governor's advisers believe the election is in the bag.
Oxford bags.
Thanks, but dancing is not really my bag.
They threw her out of the house, bag and baggage.
We had a good bag that day.
Bag.
He got a job bagging groceries. Try to bag a couple of seats at the front.
Larson bagged his 30th goal of the season in Celtic's win.
We bagged a rabbit.
We bagged up the money before we closed the shop.
Bagel.
Bagel.
Murray dominated the match and won with a triple bagel. 6 love, 6 love, 6 love.
Bagful.
Bagful.
Baggage.
Baggage.
Check your baggage in at the desk.
Each employee brings his or her own psychological baggage to the workplace.
Baggage car.
Baggage car.
Baggage reclaim.
Baggage reclaim.
Baggage room.
Baggage room.
Baggy.
Baggy.
She was wearing jeans and a baggy t-shirt.
Bag lady.
Bag lady.
Bagpipes.
Bagpipes.
Baguette.
Baguette.
Bar.
Bar.
Bar. That's stupid.
Ba-ha-ha-ha.
Ba-ha-ha-ha.
Bail.
Bail.
Carpenter is free on bail while he appeals his conviction. She was murdered by a man who was out on bail for rape. The 3 men were released on bail, pending an appeal. He is not likely to be granted bail. Carter has been refused bail and will remain in custody. The judge ordered that Jones be held without bail. Why can't you ask your father to put up bail for you?
2 of the defendants jumped bail and fled to New York. Bail was set at $30,000.
After 10 years in the business, MacArthur is bailing out.
Dacres was bailed to appear at Durham Crown Court.
Some local businesses have offered to bail out the museum.
Sutton bailed his team out with a goal in the last minute.
Clark's family paid £500 to bail him out.
Bailey.
Bailey.
Bailiff.
Bailiff.
Bail-in.
Bail-in.
Bailout.
Bailout.
Bain-marie.
Bain-marie.
Bairn.
Bairn.
Bait.
Bait.
We used worms as bait.
The fish wouldn't take the bait.
Plenty of people took the bait and lost their life savings.
Senator O'Brien just smiled, refusing to rise to the bait.
Bays.
Bays.
Bajillion.
Bajillion. I gave him a bajillion reasons why it was a bad idea.
Bake.
Bake.
I'm baking some bread. Baked potatoes.
Bake at 250 degrees for 20 minutes. The bricks were baked in the sun.
Baked beans.
Baked beans.
Bakelite.
Bakelite.
Baker.
Baker.
Baker's dozen.
Baker's dozen.
Bakery.
Bakery.
Baking.
Baking.
I'm baking.
A baking hot day.
Baking powder.
Baking sheet.
Baking sheet.
Baking soda.
Baking soda.
Baking tray.
Baking tray.
Baksheesh.
Baksheesh.
Balaclava.
Balaclava.
Balalaika.
Balalaika.
Balance.
Balance.
I lost my balance and fell on my face.
Try to keep a balance between work and play. Pesticides seriously upset the balance of nature.
I think on balance I prefer the old system.
The question caught him off balance. My bank balance isn't good.
The balance is due at the end of the month. The firm owns about 96% of the portfolio, with the balance belonging to our family. Meanwhile, the fate of the refugees continues to hang in the balance.
The dignity and courage shown by the President may tip the balance in his party's favour. The death of her friend had disturbed the balance of her mind.
She was balancing a plate of food on her knees. He turned around, balancing awkwardly on one foot. Job losses in manufacturing were balanced by job increases in the service sector. Just enough sugar to balance the acidity of the fruit. The courts must balance our liberty against the security of the nation.
Sometimes I look after the kids and sometimes John does. It all balances out.
Balance beam.
Balanced.
Balanced.
A balanced account of what happened. Balanced reporting of the election campaign. A balanced program of events.
The importance of a balanced diet. Nature is perfectly balanced. Soup with a delicately balanced flavour.
Balance of payments.
Balance of payments.
Balance of power.
Balance of power.
The election of so many Republicans to Congress has changed the balance of power in Washington.
A small centre party holds the balance of power in the Assembly.
Balance of trade.
Balance of trade.
Balance sheet.
Balance sheet.
A healthy balance sheet.
Balancing act.
Balancing act.
Gilmore had to perform the difficult balancing act of attracting moderate voters without losing his conservative base.
Balcony.
Balcony.
Has your flat got a balcony?
Bald.
Bald.
A bald man. His shiny bald head. Dad started going bald when he was in his 30s. He combed his hair and tried to hide his bald patch.
The car's tyres are completely bald. The bald truth was that Laurie didn't love her husband anymore.
Bald eagle.
Bald eagle.
Balderdash.
Balderdash.
Bald-faced.
Bald-faced.
A bald-faced lie.
Balding.
Balding.
A balding man in his mid-30s.
Baldly.
Baldly. I'm not coming, Rosa said baldly next morning at breakfast.
Baldy.
Baldy.
Bale.
Bale.
A bale of straw.
Baleful.
Baleful.
A baleful look.
Balk.
Buck.
Many people would balk at setting up a new business during a recession.
Westerners balk at the prospect of snake on the menu.
Balkanization.
Balkanization.
Balky.
Balky.
A bulky air conditioning system.
Ball.
Ball.
Weiskopf hit the ball 330 yards and a cheer went up.
A ball of string.
Shape the dough into balls. Do you want to go out and play ball?
Dad likes college ball.
An assistant who's really on the ball.
To start the ball rolling, the government was asked to contribute £1 million.
I've emailed him. Now the ball's in his court.
He hit a long ball to right field.
The company just won't be able to keep that many balls in the air.
Ray balled up his fists.
Ballad.
Ballad.
Ball and chain.
The lower tech side of the business was seen as a ball and chain.
Ballast.
Ballast.
Ball bearing.
Ball bearing.
Ball boy.
Ball boy.
Ballcock.
Ballcock.
Baller. Baller.
Ballerina.
Ballerina.
Ballet.
Ballet.
We're going to the ballet tomorrow evening.
The Bolshoi Ballet.
Ballet dancer.
Ballet dancer.
Balletic.
Balletic.
A balletic leap.
Ball game.
Ball game.
I used to be a teacher, so working in an office is a whole new ball game.
Ball girl.
Ball girl.
Ball gown.
Ball gown.
Ballistic.
Ballistic.
I couldn't believe it. She went ballistic just because there were peas in her pasta.